Chinese travelers are returning to Western Europe and other destinations.
Asia's coming to us.
But their preferences look quite different from before the pandemic. Chinese outbound market currently is the world's fastest growing market. Of course, it is 25% below the 2019 number at the moment, and the nature of its outbound travel is changing. In 2019, it was about big-ticket tourism.
All the way from Hawaii, Canada, Caribbean, Bahamas, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic.
But now, more Chinese travelers are booking trips independently of traditional large tour groups.
Fuyao glass plant that's located in Dayton, Ohio. And so we do get people who come for that.
And they seem to prefer to go to destinations where it is quick to get to and not difficult to enter. The huge trend is visa-free travel to places like Malaysia and Singapore.
There is an increase of traffic from both sides, either from China to Malaysia, but also from Malaysia to China.
This new wave of Chinese travelers isn't just flocking to the world's most popular cities and landmarks. Their interests have broadened to outdoors activities, road trips, and travel for major sporting events, which all lead to diversified travel spend. There are fewer shoppers among Chinese travelers, but they are spending more on average.
The Chinese tourists coming to Malaysia not only for shopping, which is, famous with, but they are also into a very niche activities like diving and also gourmet, like eating in Malaysia. Also, don't forget about durian.
How Chinese travelers choose their destination is heavily swayed by visa-free entry.
Visa is a big problem for them. In 2010, it's like way more visa office in Beijing, Shanghai, but now it's like very less to approve, and even sometimes they might reject it. So that just give extra hurdles.
Chinese shopping has diversified, with wellness now being a major consideration. Chinese travelers are using trips to relax and rewind.
Jeju Island or the Busan or something like some places. I heard that there's a lot of Chinese people and traveler.
China has seen the surge of tourists since it's relaxed its visa policy. But this is not the only reason that has caused the surge of tourists. There are many factors for that, and one of them, this may surprise you, is the popularity of Chinese social media apps, TikTok and RedNote. Chinese travelers aren't finding out-of-the-way locations by chance. Many of them are followers of Xiaohongshu. China is a major force to be reckoned with in the travel market. However, many existing travel apps and recommendation tools are not comprehensive in Chinese. Hence, Xiaohongshu has been able to corner the market and change the way people travel in Asia and beyond.
I use RedNote a lot for looking some place for fun.
The app's users have transformed seemingly under-the-radar places into hotspots for Chinese travelers. In Japan, Chinese tourists flock to train intersections in Kamakura because it appears in slam dunk anime worshipped by many Chinese fans. If you happen to pass a seemingly nondescript bench at the southeastern corner of Central Park in New York and wonder why people are posing for photos, it's because Mandopop star Jay Cho sat on the same bench during a vacation.
The Xiaohongshu is very popular now. More and more people show great interest of that.
China's sluggish economy may be hurting people's appetite for travel these days. Still, the numbers have been given a boost this month as Chinese tourists headed overseas for the Chinese New Year. And it's very likely many of them used Xiaohongshu as a trip planning resource. Photo ops are a huge part of the appeal. The images look great on social media, in effect encouraging others to visit.
A huge weapon for people to know about more information about Taiwan. So I would like to do it in the traditional ways, but right now times is changing.
We're seeing first-time travelers' average age dropping. Travelers are more comfortable with new technologies. Hotels in Western markets should stop trying to compare Chinese travel with pre-COVID-19 numbers and stop marketing to Chinese travelers with the same types of campaigns and outreach as European guests. 75% of outbound flights are back, but connectivity remains a problem. Chinese airlines seem to be randomly choosing their routes. and European airlines have moved their fleets to serve US markets.
COVID time, the government has actually stopped for the group travels. So that restricts a lot of the travel agencies, cannot even do a long haul plan for the itinerary to come to Canada. So that really affects. So only now is allowed for individual people to visit families.
A significant demographic are hesitant to book vacations internationally. Before the pandemic, China was the largest outbound market, with some 150 million trips annually. Chinese travel trends are apt to change very quickly. Similar levels of outbound international demand from China will eventually return.